Good morning. I'm running a little bit late this morning, 11 minutes to be exact, but we shall all live. It's okay. It's quite all right, although that drives my little OCD mind crazy. I can't stand being late. But over the last like 14 years since Chris's wreck, I have learned that being late is better than not being at all, right? And so we can adjust. And so for those of you who do like to catch the live early in the morning, I apologize. My please accept my humble plea for forgiveness. So, and if you're not, oh well, it's not gonna matter. But if you're a believer, you have to forgive me, so you don't have any choice, right? So, anyway, because remember, we forgive in advance, right? We forgive in advance. So those of you who catch me later, you won't know the difference, right? So you can ignore my apology. So anyway, I do hope you're having a good morning. I've had a very interesting morning. That's about all I can say about it. but I will tell you it's been rather interesting. So anyway, I just got into reels, so I was up late last night playing with reels and stuff. So I'm going to be making more reels. I kind of that was kind of fun. Kind of gives me a place to put some of my pictures. So it's just kind of fun. Anyway, so there's a reel on my story there somewhere if you want to catch it. I think it's had almost 200 views already. That's pretty cool. So, but anyway, not that it matters. So this morning I was actually praying about a lot of different things, and because there's just so many different things going on, right now, and I'm trying to decide what things where I need to put my attention, and the things I need to really devote myself to, and the things I maybe need to don't devote myself to, things like that. So this is an ongoing thing for me. I was just praying through some different things, and I was just like, what are you looking for? Right? What do you and so this is kind of the question I pose to myself, because I like to put, yeah, I'm the question queen. When I taught math, I was great at, and even when I teach the Bible, I'm just really good at asking open-ended questions. Questions that can be answered with yes or no are not really good thought-provoking questions. So I learned how to ask questions that can't be answered with a yes or no, which is the opposite of what I have to do with Chris, because he can only answer yes or no. So it makes me think, right? So anyway, so thinking is great, right? And so I want to think, and I want to be thought of as a thinker, and I want to help make other people be thinkers, because with AI, and we don't realize how much AI is in our lives. We really don't know how much it's really infiltrated, and we've got adapted to it, and now there's so many things we don't even have to do. There's things we don't even have to think about. There's things we don't realize how little thinking we have to do anymore if we're not real careful. Why do we not need to drive our cars now? Why do we need a self-driving car? Can anybody give me a good reason for that? Are we that lazy that we just can't drive to a location? You've got to pay attention anyway. What are you gaining by cutting that out, right? I don't get it, but I'm old. I'm old. I don't have to get it, right? But there's just so many ways we've been programmed to not think anymore. We don't have to worry about grammar anymore because we've got Grammarly Pro, although it's wrong, and if you don't think, you're going to send off some really dumb stuff sometimes. There's just so many things we don't have to think about anymore. But I want to encourage you to think this morning. I want you to, because see, God doesn't hate our brains. He gave us an intellect. Then he says creation is crying out, and all you have to do is listen. And it's kind of like put those puzzle pieces together. It's not that hard to figure out, right? But here's what I want to come down to. There's a simple approach to God. It's not complicated. And even though we don't want to get to the place where we don't have to think about hardly anything, we want to be thinkers. We want to be analytical. We want to be a problem solvers, right? There's lots of problems we have to solve every day. So we're not going to get away from thinking altogether, obviously, thankfully. But there's a simple approach to coming to God. It is so simple. I got two scriptures for it. These two scriptures are what I was studying and meditating on this morning. And in Jeremiah 29, it says this: If you look for me in earnest, you will find me when you seek me. I'll be found by you, says the Lord. Now, he kind of said that two or three different times, but the whole essence of that is when you look for him, you'll find him. It takes a real simple action. Just look for him. It's not complicated. You don't have to fill out 900 forms. You don't have to fill out 900 online forms. You don't have to make your plea before God and you don't like his answer, so you make an appeal to just try to get to talk to him today. He's right there. It's a simple approach. You will find him when you seek him, and that find is that key word. And then when I was thinking about that, I went immediately to Hebrews 4 also, where it says this: let us come boldly to the throne of our gracious God. There we will receive his mercy and we will find grace to help us when we need it. It's a simple cause and effect. When we seek, we will find. And there's nothing in between there. He didn't put, now read this book so you'll know how to seek me. He didn't put here's the 10 steps to seeking God, right? He didn't put any steps in there. He just said, when you search for me, you will find me. That is a simple approach. It can be as simple as going, hey, and thinking about God and just wanting to talk to him and not even knowing what to say. But hey, God, and not even knowing what to say because he already knows our heart. When our heart turns toward him, I think heaven rejoices even before there's any words. I really do, because it's something that happens in a realm that we don't really tap into very often, right? That spiritual realm is kind of like the AI realm, right? But anyway, we can't see it, but it's there, right? And so when our heart turns towards God, when we just make up our mind that we're going to seek him, he meets us right there. He doesn't wait. He doesn't say, well, go, nothing is that fast, right? I want muscles, so I have to go work out. And I'm not going to go work out today and then have muscles this afternoon. No, guaranteed, right? I want to run a half marathon. I have to train, to do that half marathon, which I want to do another one. Anyway, but it takes training, right? If we want to read a book, we start at the first and we go to the end. It takes time. But when we seek God, there's no time element. It's literally, I want, boom, he's right there. Isn't that amazing? Doesn't that just blow your mind? He can sense a heart that's seeking him through, and he's been able to do it through eternity. There's no boundaries of time. There's no boundaries of distance. He senses our heart when we just go, hey, I need help. Are you out there? Right? He senses the seeker. It's a simple approach. It's as simple as going, hey, and just turning your heart toward him. For that, in that second, he will meet you right there. You'll find grace to help in time of need. You'll find him when you seek him. It's so simple. And yet religion has made it so complicated, or even, it's not even religion. You can't even blame it on religion, really. We have to blame it on our minds, because it can't be that simple. Nothing is that simple, right? Relationships take time. It's still going to take time to build a relationship with God, but that initial seeking, that initial, God, I need you, that initial, hey, are you out there, God? It's like, it just erases time. It erases distance. It surpasses what we can even imagine. And that's where that peace is, right? And how does this peace, how do we even know? It's just there. All we have to do is let it rain. It's just simple. Let it rule. Maybe that's a better word, because it's raining outside, right? Homophones. Anyway, but we just have to let his peace rule in our heart. It's there. It's as simple as seeking it. It's as simple as going, I want your peace today, God. I want that. It's that simple. And then it takes our action. That's that seeking, that action of a seeker, that action of wanting, that desiring him. And all through Psalms it talks about, taste and see that God is good. Know that when he's going to fulfill the desires of your heart. He's going to give you the desires of your heart. He's going to meet you right where you are. You don't have to get cleaned up. You don't have to stop cussing. You don't have to stop anything. To seek God, all you have to do is do it. Like the old Nike slogan, right? Just do it. Just turn your heart towards God. It doesn't even take words. Now, words are good. But if you don't even have words, because sometimes I don't even have words. I know that's hard to imagine, but sometimes I literally don't have words. Especially, maybe sometimes when Chris is sick or something, and it's just all falling in on me, and jobs are just not there like they need to be, and I'm just overwhelmed. I just kind of shut down and sit and stare at the wall and drink coffee, and I have no words. But God gets that too. There's no distance. We think of God out there. And yes, he reigns over all creation and he's on his throne in the heavens, but he's also right here. And the second we seek him, he meets us right there. So I just encourage you today to just turn your heart toward him. Maybe say, hey God, and if you don't have anything else, that's okay. He's going to meet you right there. And that's where you find his peace. That's where you find his grace. You don't find many things you don't look for, right? Have you ever found something you've been looking for a long time? You're looking for maybe a specific antique or a specific type of glass or bowl or sometimes I am so elated when I find community coffee because I look for it everywhere I go because I want to know where all the sources are so I can go get it, right? And I'm so excited when I find what I'm looking for. Well, I will let you know right now that when you seek God, he'll meet you there and you'll find exactly what you're looking for. That peace, that grace, his strength. It's an amazing journey. Let's go on it together. Have a great day. Peace out, and I'll see you tomorrow.